Well, you wait for a World Cup winner has to be for one more day now because game two of the classical contest between Koneru Humpy and Divya Deshmukh in Batumi, Georgia has ended in a well fought draw. Now remember, unlike the previous game when there were some blunders in which Divya squandered the advantage after the bishop exchange, this time around Humpy had a slight edge towards the game. But unfortunately, the position in the opening was such that it always indicated a draw. And that is why, although one individual was a pawn up, it still could not be result in a breakthrough. And that is why Koneru Humpy and Divya Deshmukh played out a solid draw. There was a threefold repetition towards the end when the queen gave the check to the king. The king came back on g1. And then after that, there was continuous threefold repetition, and that is why you managed to end in a draw. There was a bit of a worry when Divya pushed her g6 pawn ahead. That kind of gave an edge to Koneru Humpy for a slider, but the edge was very, very minimal. And that is why, looking at it, it was a wonderful position that Divya Deshmukh and Koneru Humpy put themselves. Divya came in with tremendous preparation, with tremendous application, and that is why she did not look that happy while taking the draw. But then it's no point crying over it because you will now be going into the tiebreakers tomorrow in Batumi, Georgia. The Chess World Cup is going the entire distance this time around. 28th was the final day of the Women's Chess World Cup, and it is going to happen. Now, how will this impact the World Championship World Cup when you look at it? Number one, there will be two rapid tiebreakers. The rapid tiebreakers will be played. If you get a winner in that, you will have a new World Cup winner. If the rapid tiebreakers do not give you any kind of result, then you will play the 5+3 blitz tiebreakers, 2 games. Everything is 2 games. Then, if that doesn't happen, 3+2 sudden death Armageddon. Now, people will be asking, what if even the 3+2 games are drawn? Sudden death Armageddon, and then you keep on playing until you get a winner. Now remember, even in the open category World Cup that happened about 2 years ago, that time Pragnananda and Magnus Carlsen's games went into the tiebreaker. Magnus was absolutely brilliant in the tiebreakers when he won in the rapids, and that is why even here Divya Deshmukh and Koneru Humpy will be playing the rapid tiebreakers tomorrow. The increment is the same as it has been throughout: 10+10, 15+10, 5+3, 3+2, all that is going to happen from 4:30 p.m. IST itself. So maybe by 6:37 you will get your World Cup winner. But tomorrow definitely one Indian is definitely winning the World Cup. It is a proud, proud moment indeed. But you'll have to now wonder, was this a missed opportunity for Divya Deshmukh? Because her bishop exchange in game one might prove to be costly. She had actually ensured, even with the Queen's Gambit opening, that it was a drawish position at best. None blundered in the World Cup final because they wanted to err on the side of caution. And that is why India managed, and also when you look at Humpy and Divya, managed to ensure that they got what they wanted. Now, as far as there is one question that was a sportsman, yahan bhi draw, Humpy favorite in rapid. Now, this is where things become interesting. Koneru Humpy is a 2-time world rapid champion. In addition to that, Humpy has shown brilliance in the game against Lei Tingji. She managed to absolutely decimate her in the blitz section. But remember, she did lose the 10+10 first game in the rapid. So Divya Deshmukh, she's not been tested that much. But yes, even when she had an opportunity, she did pull through in one of the rapid tiebreakers that was there in the earlier rounds. And that is why Divya Deshmukh might start as the slight underdogs against Koneru Humpy in this particular situation. But understand one thing, in this game, it was Divya who was trying to ensure that she did not surrender to the draw immediately. She fought for it. It was a well-fought draw. And that is why this is going to be very, very interesting then. But if Agrim is saying, but if two draws still, if any of the player will get 7.5, then only can win the world championship. But Agrim, this isn't a world championship, it's a World Cup. Now you are in tiebreaker mode. In tiebreakers, whoever will get, supposing you draw the first two rapid games, you're still stuck on 2 points. Next two, 3 points. Blitz, you win one of them, you will get to 4-3 or 5-3 in that particular instance, or you're on 4.5, 3.5. So this isn't a world championship. You're not getting to the stage of 7.5 out of 14. You now will have to play the rapid and blitz tiebreakers to break the deadlock. So basically, when you look at it, both the classical games in the World Cup of 2025 in Batumi is over. It's now the tiebreakers tomorrow, 4:30 p.m. IST at Bandha. You're going to see the World Cup rapid and blitz tiebreakers to decide whether it'll be Koneru Humpy who'll win the World Cup for the first time or Divya Deshmukh who'll win the World Cup for the first time. Remember, Divya Deshmukh at this point in time, she will become one of the youngest winners of the World Cup if that happens. Koneru Humpy, on the other hand, will cement her legacy as one of the greatest ever in women's chess if she wins the World Cup. So that is why this is a really big thing. Sports fans, I've told about Nihal's thing. I've explained the format of the Esports World Cup where chess is there. I've explained that sports fan. You can check that video out. There are teams there. Nihal managed to make it through the last chance qualification into the main draw of 16 at this stage. So yes, it's a great, great thing. And mind, agree with saying, mind says Humpy, heart says Divya. I hope for the best. In the end, India will only win. जीतेगा तो सिर्फ इंडिया ही on Monday. So that's why India will win. That is, but I support Divya. That's what sports is saying. Well, a lot of support coming in for both Koneru Humpy and Divya. But remember, Koneru Humpy is one of the greatest, and Divya Deshmukh has idolized her in more ways than one. She is an inspiration for many, many chess players in India as far as women's chess is concerned. So congratulations to both players for taking it so far ahead. India will win the World Cup tomorrow. But who will win? Divya Deshmukh or Koneru Humpy? The first update, you will get it on Sports Today as soon as that is done. So tune in Monday 4:30 p.m. IST to find out the conclusion of the Women's Chess World Cup. So thank you so much, folks, for joining us for this live update. Subscribe to Sports Today for all the latest news and analysis. And don't forget to tap that bell icon so when we go live. We will be live very shortly for the tea interval, in which even the Indian cricket team seems to be heading into a drawish and safe position at this point in time. Bye-bye.